you guys, it's Melanie and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less. So today's video is going to be quite different from videos that I've shared in the past. I know that there has been a lot going on in the world around us and the world within us, and quite frankly the two are colliding with one another right now. What we're feeling internally and what we are seeing externally is kind of at war, and unfortunately a lot of us have reached our breaking point. And so in today's video, what I want to talk to you guys about is how to navigate during these very trying and very tempting times. And I will share with you guys a lot of the things that I put into place in my very own life in order to help me navigate through very difficult or very trying times. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I encourage you to go get a pen and paper. We are gonna laugh together, we may cry together, but I promise you that once we finish today's video, you will feel much better and much lighter, and hopefully you will be a lot more aware of what actions you should take to navigate these times. So let's get started. So with everything that has been going on with the George Floyd, with the protest and the marching and the looting, a lot of times as an influencer we are kind of forced or bullied into speaking up or letting our voice be heard or be known. And I'm going to go against the grain here, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that it's important for us as influencers to be heard, but when our voices are heard, we need to be a voice to inspire, a voice to enlighten, and a voice to empower. So many times, you know, when things start to trend, or there's a hashtag that Black Lives Matter, or, you know, hashtag I can't breathe, we can't be, we have to be cognizant of the messages that we're sending across to other people. For example, when the hashtag started, you know, after the untimely and uncertain and malicious passing of George Floyd, the hashtag began I can't breathe. Well, I never chose to wear that shirt because I understand that the Bible says death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they who indulge in it shall eat the fruit thereof. So I just didn't want to be a trend. I didn't want to just join a movement without fully understanding what I was saying. And I didn't want to make the confession over my life that I can't breathe, because I can breathe and you can breathe. And we're not going to allow people to suffocate us and suffocate our voices by what we're speaking out of our own mouths and what we're wearing on our bodies. So we have to be very mindful of that. So the first tip I have for navigating these times when you have reached your breaking point is to, number one, watch what you're saying out of your mouth. Understand that words have power, and even though we are going through these trying times, we have to understand the power of the message that we are trying to send. We just don't want to say I can't breathe for the sake of saying it, because you will suffocate yourself with the words that you're speaking out of your mouth. So that's number one. Be cognizant of what you are saying out of your mouth. Number two, take the time to breathe. Take the time to do things that empower you. Take the time to do things that enlighten you. Take the time to do things that motivate you. So many of us have been, you know, locked down in the midst of the pandemic that's going on in the world, and we're feeling really closed in, and we have a lot of mixed emotions that we really probably don't know how to manage, and a lot of that anger and frustration we've been pouring out and spewing out on the keyboard, when in essence we should be saying those things in our prayer closet. So, you know, doing things that don't hurt people, doing things that motivate people, inspire people, and to get yourself in the right mind frame, you know, to get yourself in a great mental to get your mental health in a very good place. And so one of the things that I do, I know this sounds really weird, but this is just who I am, and it's who I've always been. But you guys know that several years ago, when I went through a very trying time in my life, I'd lost 5 family members 6 weeks apart. It included my mom, my uncle who was like a father, my first cousin who I just done the wedding for, my other first cousin who his mother raised me part of my life, so he was more like a brother, and then my actual blood brother. I lost all of them 6 weeks within each other. That is so much shock for one person to be able to process. So one of the ways that I started coping with a lot of the shock that I was going through was shopping. Like, shopping to me was very therapeutic. Now, I did go overboard a little bit with it, because at first I was very overwhelmed, but now I've been able to manage those emotions in a more healthy way. So yesterday I just took the time to get out. I'm not telling you guys to go out and shop. I mean, my area is not a hard hit area in terms of how the pandemic has played out. So, you know, I took proper precautions. I wore masks and gloves and everything like that, and I went out, I went shopping. I just wanted to get out and to see what was going on in the world. So I went to Pier One and I bought this super cute book called How to Set a Table. And what I like about this book is that it deals with the modern day changes in terms of tablescapes. And you guys know Pier One is closing, so this is kind of a Pier One haul as well. Really, baby? You're watching Living Luxuriously for Less with Melanie. We'll be right back. Okay, so you guys know that Pier One is closing, unfortunately. One of the things I love is like their table things and all of that. So they are really dealing with like modern day tablescapes. It's a cute little book, very neutral, very tranquil, very relaxing. So I can definitely sit down, and instead of tuning in to the news, I can pick up this book and read how to set a table. Setting tables and decorating may not be the thing that brings you joy, the thing that calms you or relaxes you, but I highly recommend you find that thing that does that and invest your time and your energy there, especially when you're getting to feel overwhelmed, and you're coming to the point that you're getting ready to reach your breaking point. Also, while I was at Pier One, I came across this let's see here. Yeah, you can see that. I came across this starfish, and I guess this is kind of a shell tic-tac-toe board, and this has been getting a lot of use. My other one has been getting a lot of use at our home with the kids over. We have our 4 nieces and our 1 nephew that's been over here for a couple of weeks, and so they've really been enjoying playing tic-tac-toe, but the problem is only one person can play at a time. So I thought this nice nautical theme would be super nice to add another tic-tac-toe board so that they can enjoy it. One of the things that really stood out to me was this starfish, and let me tell you guys, I don't know if you've ever heard the story of the starfish, but it kind of goes like this. There was a boy who was walking along the beach after a terrible storm, and there were a lot of starfish that were washed upon the beach. And after seeing so many starfish, his heart was so big, he wanted to help them, but he didn't know exactly what to do or how to help them. And I know probably many of you guys are feeling that exact same thing right now. You want to reach out to the minorities and the oppressed and the depressed and those who have been mistreated and abused and abandoned, and there are so many different ways, and the need is so great, but you just don't know how to help. So perhaps this story will help you. So what his dad did is his dad encouraged him, son, you may not be able to save every starfish on the beach, but you can make the difference in the life of one of them. So he picked up one starfish, and he took that starfish and he tossed it into the ocean, and he said to himself, I made a difference in that life. And so that is what I encourage you guys to do. You may not be able to save all 5 starfish or 500 starfish or 50 starfish or 5 million starfish, but you can make a difference in one life by the choices that you make and how you choose to use your platform. And by making a difference in one life, you can make all the difference. So I encourage you guys to find an area that you feel the most passion towards, that you feel the most genuine about, and donate your time and your talent and your resources in that area as God leads you. I think that through doing that, you will feel so much more fulfillment in life and just in general. Okay, all right, so let's move on. I also found this amazing pillow from Home Goods, and it has the little starfish, so I think that's kind of the ongoing theme here. I wanted to do a nautical theme, but I wanted it to be very neutral. Color tends to bring a lot of noise, and in this particular space that I'm designing, although color makes me really happy, in this particular space I wanted it to be very tranquil and very relaxing. So this starfish does just that. It gives me that coastal vibe that I'm looking for, and it looks great with the tic-tac-toe board that I shared with you guys just then. But again, it's very tranquil, very relaxing, very elegant, and it's neutral. The next thing that I picked up was this urn. Oh my gosh, I love this urn. It is from Pier One. You see how big it is? It's humongous. So I love the trellis design that's on it. I love the metal handles, and it is super heavy. So I'm going to use this in a new space in our home, or maybe one of the homes that I'm currently working on. So you guys stay tuned for that. So getting back to how to navigate your thoughts and your feelings when you've reached your breaking point, another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is to preserve your energy. Every battle and every fight is not your fight. The Bible is so true when it says the battle is not yours, but it is God. Another parable that I'm reminded of is the parable of the 10 foolish virgins and the 10 wise virgins. When they had their oil, the foolish ones burned their oil constantly, engaging in these online social media fights and these, you know, comment wars and things like that. You're burning your oil, and then when it's time for you to really use your energy in the place, in the position that God has predestined for you, you burned it all up. And it doesn't last as long because you've burnt yourself out arguing with people that you know are racist, arguing with people that you know are bigots. Am I saying that right? Bigots. Yeah, bigots. Arguing with people that are full of hate and rage. You don't have time to waste your energy on that. You know, I am going to be selling these teas, and the one you guys saw my t-shirt Friday that said unfollow, that is real. Like, you have the power and the authority to follow what you want to follow. You control the messages. You are the gateway to your spirit and your soul, and you control the messages that you want to hear, and those messages that you don't want to hear, simply unfollow them, block them, delete them, and carry on. Okay, speaking of carrying on, you know, so many times in life we make things a little bit more difficult than they necessarily have to be. So I wanted to switch around some designs in this particular space, but I didn't want to create more clutter. So many times when we start on a new project, or we start on something new in life, whether it's a relationship or a job or whatever it may be, we bring in clutter. We feel like we have to start all the way back over when we may not necessarily need to start over. Sometimes we just need to take a step back so that we can see the entire picture. So I think that's kind of been my mission, my motive, and my standpoint in everything that has been going on. I've taken a step back, because so many times when you are right there in the forefront, you can't see the whole picture. You can't see what's going on behind you, and sometimes in life what's going on behind you is so much more important than what's going on in front of you. And that cannot be more true than any time in life than right now. So many times the media will take the messages that they want us to hear, and we draw the conclusions that other people want us to draw, and then we jump in prematurely and we haven't seen the whole picture because we haven't taken the time to step back and assess the situation. So before you design a house, it's important for you to step back and count the cost. What do I need to do? What changes need to be made here? If I want to add new pillows to a new pillow to a settee or a sofa? Do I actually need to go out and buy new pillows, or can I just buy some pillow covers to achieve the look that I really want? Sometimes it's not, we don't have to like change the whole game to make a change. Sometimes it's one little thing that we can change that will make a huge impact, and we don't have to tear down the foundation of everything that was built. Think about that. So these pillow covers were from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale this week. Actually, they were half off. So I got 2 of these for $12. So that's like $6, and I have a brand new look. These were only $5.49, and they're just the neutral pillows. So I got 2 for like $5.25. So yeah. That's just kind of where I am, you guys. And I know a lot of you guys have probably reached your breaking point. Do I think that black life matters? Yes. Do I think that all lives matters? Absolutely. But right now we are in a very unprecedented time, and what we do will forever shape our history, for our future, and for the future generations to come. It's important that whatever we do it in love. We do it with a pure motive and a pure heart, and we do it according to the word of God. And you know, we have to do it without malice, and doing things without motive is just so imperative to life and to business. Now, Beauty Beats, I don't even know who Beauty Beats is, but they sent me this amazing package at some point in June. I'm just now checking mail, okay? And so they sent me a little package, and I'm gonna open it here with you guys because she did it in love. This is Beauty Beats body butter, and Lord knows I need some body butter. She sent me a cute little, thank you so much for being inspiring and uplifting on your channel. Your visuals are everything. Beauty Beats by Nicole or Nicella. Am I saying that right? Okay, so here's her card. You guys screenshot that, okay? And she sent me some body butters. My husband's gonna be really happy about this because they're natural too, y'all. But he's gonna be happy because your girl, sometimes she be a little dry, woo, and a little rough. It's for hair and body. It's vegan and petroleum free, and it smells divine. He's gonna be so happy. Look at that butter. Whoo. He's gonna be so happy because one time I got in the bed, this is when we first got married, I had my socks off, I was rubbing my feet on him. I think I told you guys this story before, and he was like, ooh, this smells, whoo, Lord, I love this one. What is this one? I got in the bed with him. He was like, okay, you can take your socks off. Y'all, I didn't have any socks on, but I didn't tell him I didn't have any socks on. I just kept it moving. This one smells so divine. It has like a pineapple-y. Oh, it smells so good. So you guys check her out. This is what I mean by when you're doing things, do it with a pure heart. Don't have another motive or another intention behind what you're doing, except to just do it out of the goodness of your heart. That is when God rewards you, and God blesses you with everything that you believe in him. You've been believing him for, whether it's healing or deliverance, or whether it's a new job, whether it's restoration in your family. I mean, whatever it may be, whether it's even a spouse. I have a girlfriend that called me while I was out on my little journey shopping, doing my little what do you call it, like doing my retail therapy. She called me and told me that she was going to get married very soon, as in like July the 11th soon. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to do a virtual wedding. But I was sitting outside of Joann, ran into Joann's and found these gorgeous little floral rings. Her colors are going to be blush and ivory or white and black. So I found these. I thought they were really cute. They were buy one get 3 free, so you got 4 for $12.99. So I was like, oh yeah, that's the bomb. 4 for $12.99. And then I'm just gonna put the blush ones inside of this one to make it look full. You see that? boom, it looks empty, boom, now it looks all luxurious and full just like that. Y'all didn't know y'all gonna get a tutorial in this as well. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some virtual weddings, and I'll be sharing with you guys how I design and plan this step by step, so get ready. So the week of July, the first week in July, we'll start that whole virtual wedding series, and then we'll go into the virtual baby showers and parties and intimate events and things like that. So yeah, cute from Joann's. I just think that is so cute. I can use this and tie it on the back of a chair, like a Chiavari chair. I can use it like this and put it in a, you know, like a candle holder or a pillar or something in the middle. There are so many different ways that this can be used. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I can hang it down some pews in the church, you know, use it as pew markers. Yeah, there's so many different ways that this can definitely be used. I can use it as a mini wreath for church. Like I could take this one and then put like a ribbon here and attach another one and hang them down the door at the church. So yeah, you just have to use your creativity. Use this time to use your creative energy and the creative power that's on the inside of you to create something beautiful. We don't have to join this war. We can do it in a peaceful way. Okay, so the last thing I found was this garland. It's on a clear like fishing line, and it's about 6 feet tall. I'm going to use this garland to create a chair garland. I can also use it to create a flower wall. So you guys let me know what you want to see. Do you want me to do like a DIY super easy flower wall, or would you like me to do like a chair garland? Let me know down in the comments below. Okay, you guys, so that is all I have today. I hope this video leaves you feeling inspired, empowered, motivated, and understand that in life, it's okay to sometimes have to take a seat in the back. So many times we want to move to the forefront. We want our voices to be heard. We want to be the person that is deemed or seen, you know, as the person that everyone is recognizing as, you know, the premier voice. But sometimes it's important for us to realize the power that lies in quietness and stillness, so that when you hear the voice of God, you know it's God. And you know exactly that when you do use your voice, you know exactly what to say, you know exactly how to say it. It will hit the target it needs to be hit, and you will not be making a permanent decision based on a temporary situation. You're able to see the picture from the back, from the front, from the side, and most importantly, from the future. We have to think about those things. And when you're at your breaking point, realize that you can break down or you can break through. I challenge each of you guys to use your creativity, your power, your ingenuity, and your influence to encourage people to break through. All lives matters, and definitely Black Lives Matter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!